and today we got a video, so we have a bracket right here, so we have all 80 teams up on the screen, you know what I'm saying? What is going on, guys? It's Top and welcome back to another video, and today we're bringing out the bracket once again. So we already know the NBA has taken 22 teams to finish off the regular season this year, but what happens to the 8 non-playoff teams? Like, what are they gonna do? Obviously, you could say their season ended, but today I'm gonna do something different for this video. I put the 8 teams into a tournament. Now, depending on their record, like the Hornets, they have the best record out of the 8 teams, so they're number 1 seed. The worst team with the worst record is the Warriors, so their seeding is dependent on their records. Now, the winner is going to end up getting the number 1 draft pick for the 2021 NBA draft. Obviously, this is probably not going to happen, but I think it should happen. That's why I'm doing it on NBA 2K20 today. Remember, we're going to simulate these games in live scenarios. And before we get into the video, I need your guys' help down below in the comments. So, I am posting a wheel simulation tomorrow, and I'm trading 15 players from a certain position. It could be point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, or center. And I need you guys to pick the position that you guys want me to trade. So that's coming out tomorrow, but anyways, we'll get back to the video. You guys see the bracket. We're gonna simulate this on NBA 2K20, best of 7 games, just like the NBA playoffs. So you guys read through the bracket, tell me your favorite teams, comment down below your predictions. This is gonna be fun because we don't ever get to see these teams in the playoffs. You know, the Knicks are up here going to T-Wolves. Like, when are you gonna see a Knicks T-Wolves series ever? Like, think about that. But I'm doing too much talking. We're about to get into the playoffs, guys. Remember, winner gets the draft pick. First round coming up now. Let's go. Starting off the first round, we see the Golden State Warriors go into Charlotte and losing 5 games, 109-101 in Game 5. Remember, Golden State is not at full health and Klay Thompson is still out with an ACL injury. With the number 1 seed of the tournament, the Charlotte Hornets will defeat the 8-seeded Warriors and their season is over. Game 6 in Minnesota, where the Timberwolves lead the series against the New York Knicks. 2-point game, Knicks down 2, 41 seconds. It's Bobby Portis trying to force Game 7. The layup, no good. Now Minnesota the other way, and the Timberwolves come into this series in a simulation as a 6th seed, trying to take down the number 3 seed in 6 games. It's Karl-Anthony Towns, 1-on-1, 27 seconds. Bullies his way in and he gets the layup. Karl-Anthony Towns doing it on both ends, and Minnesota is on their feet. That one Knicks fan in the crowd was not too happy, but the Knicks need to make a play down 4. It's a double possession game. The defensive chants are loud in target center. Alfred Payton the top of the key, 16 seconds, 2-second shot differential. They need to go quick. Randall missed the jumper, and that should do it. So the Minnesota Timberwolves hold on in Game 6 and take down the number 3 seed of the tournament, the New York Knicks, 131-125 in Game 6, and they'll move on to the Final 4. Coming into Cleveland, it's the number 2 seed Chicago Bulls on the road, taking on the Cavaliers 101-78 here in Game 6 as they win this series 4-2. Moving on to the next round, the Cleveland Cavaliers are officially eliminated. The Pistons and the Hawks go the distance. It's Game 7 in Detroit. 57 seconds. Detroit leads the game by 2. Atlanta has the ball. And Atlanta win on the road and move on to the next round. It's Jeff Teague. Young fouled out. What a pass. Collins underneath. And he ties the game. Jeff Teague stepping up. John Collins with 18 points tonight. 113-113. Derrick Rose, top of the key. The only Game 7 of round 1. Who is going to move on? Rose driving. Tie game. 37 seconds. Rose loses it, ball on the floor, loose ball and Collins gets it, Hawks the other way, 31 seconds, they have a timeout, won't use it. Jeff Teague, top of the key, fans on their feet, here goes the double, they're gonna double Jeff Teague, Bembry with the ball, doesn't take it, back to Teague, 11 on the shot clock, here comes the double again, what a pass, Capella underneath, and the Hawks take the lead just like that, 4 points in a row, on the road, and Detroit calls their last timeout. Trae Young is fouled out, but he ends up being the player of the game with 26 points in Detroit. Back after the timeout, 12 seconds, down 2, it's Derrick Rose. He's been here before, in the paint to Griffin, 7 seconds, shot clock turned off, Griffin, pump fake, back to Rose, Rose, between the legs, he might go for the win, he's gonna do it, up and oh, it rolls up the front of the rim, and the Hawks survive. Derrick Rose, I thought it dropped, and Atlanta will go into enemy territory and win in Game 7. First round is over, and after one, we got the Hornets versus Hawks, Timberwolves versus Bulls in the second round. And remember, the 2 teams that win this series are going to play each other for the number 1 draft pick in the 2021 NBA draft. This is going to be some fun, guys. Let's simulate this run. So the matchup between the Hornets and the Hawks goes to Game 6, and the Hawks down 3-2 are going to force Game 7 here at home, 114-97. We'll be back in Charlotte for Game 7. And in Game 7 in Charlotte, Hawks forced it. They're down 1, 46 seconds on the road once again in the winner-go-home Game 7 matchup. It's Trae Young, one-on-one, driving. What a pass underneath, it's Hunter. We did not get to see Trae Young in the first round as he was fouled out in that Game 7. But in this second round, once again the Hawks are in Game 7 and Young is back and he's putting in work. And now Terry Rozier and the Hornets are trying to take the lead and move on to the championship. Rozier one-on-one with Trae Young. Here comes a pick. Rozier to the lane. Layup is good. Back and forth here in Charlotte. Atlanta will call their last time out, down 1. Both of these teams don't want to go home. Winner once again goes to the championship. After the timeout, the fans are rocking. Charlotte's on their feet. 27 seconds, down 1. Young with the ball, top of the key, at the logo. Now Trae Young on Graham. Young driving, step back, jumper, good! Trae Young on the road in Game 7 gives the Hawks a 1-point lead, and Charlotte will use their last timeout with 19.4. Can Charlotte win the game and move on, or can Atlanta once again on the road winning Game 7 and go to the championship? 15 seconds, shot clock turned off. It all comes down to this. Malik Monk holds the ball for Charlotte. On Bembury, 9 seconds, 8 seconds, nobody's moving. Not on 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Graham motioning. They're gonna go to him. Wide open look. Graham, bang! From downtown, 1.4. Out of timeouts, it's Atlanta. Trae Young to send the Hawks to the championship. Full court. Oh, it almost went in. But the Hornets survive, and they win on a Devontae Graham game winner. What a finish in Game 7 in Charlotte, and the Hornets officially eliminate the Hawks. And now we see the Hornets going to go against the Minnesota Timberwolves. The number 6 seed are going to the championship, 109-100. It went to 7 games with the Chicago Bulls, so give the Bulls credit, but the Minnesota Timberwolves will take the series and the win. It's win on a game winner, and they will end up playing the Minnesota Timberwolves in the championship, best of 7. All I'm saying is if the Hawks got that back with Bembury, it would have been a different story. That's all I'm saying. But now we got the championship. You guys make your predictions. The winner gets the number 1 draft pick. Charlotte, Minnesota. Let's go. Here we are in Game 5 where the Hornets are down 3-1, but they're going to force Game 6 and they're going to make a statement. 154-100, a 54-point victory on their home floor, and then we'll go to Game 6 in Minnesota to try to keep the series alive. We'll be back there for that. And in Game 6, 95-95, they were down 3-1. Can the Hornets force Game 7? But the Minnesota Timberwolves are trying to end the series at home. Karl-Anthony Towns has it, 1-on-1, backing his way in, and he gets it to go. Karl-Anthony Towns, what a simulation run he's having today. And now Minnesota is 40 seconds away from winning the championship against the number 1 draft pick. But Malik Monk has other ideas here. 35 seconds, down 2. Remember in Game 7 it was Graham who won the series. Malik Monk off the pick, driving, look underneath. Bridges wide open and he gets it. 97-97. Timeout Minnesota with 28 seconds remaining. How about Miles Bridges in Game 6, elimination game, and he has 29 points as we are back in Minnesota and the Timberwolves have a chance to take the lead. 25 seconds, 5-second shot differential. The Hornets will get it back. D'Angelo Russell, here comes the pick. Russell to Towns, jumper, puts it in. Karl-Anthony Towns with 17.5. We're trading buckets in Minnesota. What a game. Charlotte needs a miracle right now. Down 2. They went to Graham at the end of Game 7 in the second round. Will they go to somebody different right now? It's Malik Monk. 11 seconds. Shot clock turned off. They're out of timeouts. Down to 8 seconds. 7 seconds. Monk. 5. Oh, look at them running the same play. They go to Rozier in the corner. Rozier. The pull-up. Green light. Bang! Tie game. .9. No timeouts. Russell at the buzzer. Overtime in Game 6 of the championship. Wow, the Hornets ran the same play, and in overtime, 42 seconds ago, Timberwolves now down 1. Can the Hornets really come back 3-1 and go to Game 7? Johnson, the Culver, jumper, no, rebound it, Towns, layup is good. Wow, this game is intense right now, 112-111. Towns has been doing everything for the Timberwolves right now. In 30 seconds, the Hornets are out of timeouts. Fans are on their feet. Can this be the last possession for the Hornets? Rozier in the corner, doesn't take the 3. Down 1, up to Bridges. Bridges, nowhere to go with it. Back to Rozier, and the shot clock. Here comes the pick. Rozier takes it, gets a good look for 3. The dagger. In and out. Towns with the rebound. The Minnesota Timberwolves have the ball. Hornets will foul. Fouling twice sends D'Angelo Russell to the line with 8.4, and the first one is good. This one to make a 3-point game. Remember, Charlotte's out of timeouts. Russell misses the second. Towns had it, but he lost it. 5 seconds. Down 2. Monk with the ball. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Step back. This for the game. Back rim, and the Timberwolves hold on and home to win the championship. They are the winners of the loser bracket, basically. They get the #1 draft pick in the 2021 NBA draft. I mean, what an intense series and finish here in Minnesota. They win the championship. The Hornets, I guess, will get the #2 draft pick. It's not as bad, but still, what a game. What a simulation. Karl-Anthony Towns, he was doing everything. I mean, I'm not going to lie. But on the other hand, we got Devontae Graham doing work too with Terry Rozier, but it comes down to Minnesota with D'Angelo Russell winning the MVP of the finals. Timberwolves end up winning the tournament. They ended up beating the Knicks, the Bulls, and then the Hornets, and they get the #1 draft pick. Let me know who you think they should get if they have the #1 draft pick. I don't know, honestly, but you guys see the bracket. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hold on, am I on the screen right here? Oh, listen, man, I gotta watch out. I'll be tripping on this. I almost swear to my channel. You guys know I don't swear, but it's your boy Halftime Productions, repping my Steelers gear, my Dwayne Wade. All right, listen, I'm just gonna get into the video. See you guys tomorrow. Remember, comment down below who do you want me to trade. It's your boy Halftime Productions. There's the championship game, and we out.